Everyone knows Medusa, the monster with snakes for hair, the creature whose gaze turned men to stone, the villain Perseus heroically killed. But what if I told you Medusa wasn't the villain at all? What if the real story is about a beautiful woman who was punished for being a victim? A tragedy so dark, the gods themselves tried to erase it from history. This is the real story of Medusa. Before she became a monster, Medusa was beautiful. Not just pretty, absolutely stunning. She was a priestess in the temple of Athena, the goddess of wisdom. Being a priestess of Athena meant something sacred. You took a vow of chastity. You dedicated your life to the goddess. You remained pure. Medusa honored this vow. She served faithfully in Athena's temple, tending the sacred flame, leading prayers, living a life of devotion. But her beauty caught the attention of someone powerful, someone who didn't care about vows or temples or consequences. Poseidon, god of the seas, one of the most powerful beings in the Greek pantheon. And he wanted her. Poseidon didn't ask. Gods rarely do. One day, inside Athena's own temple, the sacred space Medusa had sworn to protect Poseidon assaulted her. Think about that. In the holiest place, where Medusa should have been safest, where she served her goddess, she was violated by one of the most powerful gods in existence. She had no power to stop him, no one to protect her. Even the goddess whose temple this was did nothing. When it was over, Poseidon simply left, returned to the sea, faced no consequences, no punishment, nothing. But Medusa? Her life was about to be destroyed. You'd think Athena would help her priestess, comfort her, punish Poseidon for defiling her temple? But that's not what happened. Athena was furious. Not at Poseidon, she couldn't challenge him, he was too powerful. Her uncle, a fellow Olympian? So she turned her rage on the victim. Athena cursed Medusa. Her beautiful hair transformed into writhing, venomous serpents. Her lovely face twisted into something so terrifying that anyone who looked directly at her would turn to stone. Her human body changed into something between woman and monster. Why? Because Medusa had broken her vow of chastity. Because her purity was violated in Athena's temple. It didn't matter that Medusa had no choice. It didn't matter that she was the victim. The gods don't care about fairness. They care about their pride. And just like that, Medusa went from priestess to monster. From victim to villain. Medusa was banished. Cast out from society, from civilization, from everything she knew. She fled to a remote island at the edge of the world. A place so isolated, so desolate, that no one would find her. But they did find her. Or rather, they hunted her. Men would come, seeking glory. Warriors and heroes who wanted to prove themselves by killing the monster. They'd come with swords and shields, bragging about how they'd be the one to slay Medusa. But here's the thing, Medusa didn't hunt them, they hunted her. She lived in isolation, hiding from the world, trying to survive with a face that turned everyone who saw her into stone. Imagine that existence. You can never look at another living being, never have a conversation, never be touched or comforted. Any moment of connection turns the other person into a statue. The Greek myths describe her island as littered with stone statues to bodies of men who came to kill her. But they came to her. She was defending herself, living in exile because of something that wasn't her fault. Then came Perseus, another hero, another man who wanted glory and fame. He was sent to kill Medusa as part of an impossible quest, bring back her head, or don't come back at all. Perseus didn't fight her fairly. He used a mirrored shield, a gift from Athena, ironically, so he could see Medusa without looking directly at her. While she slept, he crept into her home and cut off her head. The myths celebrate this. Perseus the hero, Perseus the dragon slayer, Perseus who conquered the monster. But think about what actually happened. A woman was assaulted, she was punished for being assaulted, she was exiled and hunted, She defended herself from men who came to kill her. And then she was murdered in her sleep. The monster never hurt an innocent person. The hero killed a victim who'd been suffering for years, and from her blood. Pegasus was born the winged horse. Even in death, Medusa gave something beautiful to the world. But she got no justice, no peace. Just a head used as a weapon by the gods who destroyed her. So here's the truth, they don't tell you. Medusa wasn't a villain. She was a victim. She didn't choose to become a monster. She was transformed by a goddess who valued her pride over justice. She didn't terrorize innocent people. She defended herself against men who invaded her home to murder her. And she wasn't defeated by a hero. She was killed by an assassin while she slept. The story of Medusa isn't a heroic tale. It's a tragedy. It's a story about how the powerful blame their victims, how women are punished for crimes committed against them, how monsters are created by those who should protect us. Next time you see Medusa on a logo, in art, in stories, remember? Those snakes aren't a symbol of evil. They're a crown of survival. That face that turns people to stone, it's a shield she never asked for. And that monster? She was human once. Before the gods decided she was easier to curse than defend. The ancient myths aren't just old stories. They're mirrors of human nature, and they're not always pretty. If you want more true stories behind mythology's biggest lies, subscribe and let me know in the comments which myth I should cover next. Because every monster has a story, and most of them aren't what you think.